So, hey, first of all, about 2 weeks ago, I did the impossible. I went on Facebook Marketplace and I bought a really cheap camera. And now I'm pretending like that makes me a photographer. And I know what you're thinking, but it's film. It's film. Like, dude, you wouldn't get it. It's like film. It's like digital, but it's like your phone, but I can't see the pictures for like 2 weeks because it's like film. You wouldn't. It's like kind of out there. You wouldn't get it. It's like I don't know if you would really get it. It's kind of like. And now it's time to see whether I can complete the challenge. What is the challenge? Can I take a roll of photos and have at least one of them not suck? It's a pretty simple challenge. I mean, it's a really hard. So, wish me luck. I don't know why Chapter 1. So I saw this listing and I shot the seller a message. The classic. We scheduled the time. I flaked. We rescheduled. All good. So I had never bought anything on Facebook Marketplace before. This was my first time ever doing that. So I was a little nervous, to be honest. I was a little scared I was going to get killed or maybe die or get killed by him or get killed or something or die. I was definitely a little nervous, but everything went fine. I got home, I inspected the camera. It was looking pretty good. Ignore the crazy strap. I'll explain that in a bit. But I was just examining it, making sure it was good. It was a little rough around the edges, but I kind of liked that. I liked that it was a little worn. It had some history to it. And basically I was good to go. So, Chapter 2, taking pictures. So, I lied. Chapter 2 isn't even really about taking pictures. There's kind of a side quest. But I realized walking around with it's not an expensive looking camera. Walking around and just pointing this at people on the street. It seems like a really good way to lose my camera if someone decides to just grab it and run off. So I decided I needed a strap, but I was too lazy and cheap to buy one. So I got an old belt and I cut the buckle off and then tied that to the strap mounts on the camera. But that was too short. So then I got some yarn, tied that on, and voila. I honestly kind of like it. Yes. It does look like shit. It probably will come loose one day and I'm going to drop the camera and shatter a lens or something. But it is also really uncomfortable. So in a weird way, I like how dumb it looks. It makes me look a little dumb. It does make me look a little stupid. So I don't think people can be very angry at me because it's oh, well, look, he looks kind of stupid. Which is pretty good. It's pretty great. And I like green, so I can't really complain. I made my strap. And now, Chapter 3, taking photos. So I hopped on a train into Center City. And I just went for a walk. Didn't really know what I was supposed to be looking for. I just tried taking pictures of stuff that looked interesting. It kind of sucks because film is so expensive. It made me really not want to waste any shots and stuff. But then I also missed some shots that I think would have looked really cool had I been just a little more courageous. It did take me a little bit to fight the urge after every picture to move the camera away from my face. I must have looked so fucking stupid. I had someone that I took a picture come up and ask to see the picture after I just mine looking at the back of the camera, and I had to be oh no, it's film, you can't see it. I must have looked such a freak, just a little freak on the street with his stupid little yarn around his neck. I did get used to it. I stopped making that rookie mistake. Let's take a look at the pictures I shot. So first I'm going to go through all the ones that looked like shit. Please stick around to the end. I promise there were a couple that I actually really liked. I completed the challenge. I did it. I succeeded. Starting off, we've got clouds above trees. I don't think anyone's ever really thought to take pictures of clouds, especially not with trees in the mix. So I was really proud of like my artistic vision on this one. There were some birds in there too, which was pretty nice. Honestly, not like a whole lot to say. It's not the best. The clouds are kind of hard to see. The contrast isn't great. But next up, we've got Blurry Street. I don't know why I snapped this one. Like, I could see that it wasn't in focus when I went to do it. I just thought it would be good somehow. But this area is actually very interesting. I drove past there like right before I went to go pick up the camera, and I remember thinking, oh, this place seems like kind of cool to take pictures of, just because of all the trash everywhere. So I'm really glad that I got to come back. I did get a picture there that I really like later on, so we'll show that one later. Okay, this is like a monumental one. This was my first photo of a human. You can tell because they're really far away, because I was really scared to get close to them. But it's a guy by a tree. The photo's not that interesting, that's why it's in this part of the video. Feel like maybe something could have been there. Gonna skip some of these. Now this one, oh my god, my disappointment with this one. I was so excited. This is a set. There's two of these. I'll put them both up. I was so excited for these two photos. I don't know why. I was like, look, if everything else on the roll is shit, at least these two are gonna be good. It's just a picture of a helmet through a fence. I thought the fence was like this genius framing, and like it just kind of looks really boring and really bad. But you know, you live and you learn. We got a self-portrait here. This one, it's fine. It's fine. It's a self-portrait. It's a reflection. When I was taking it, I was thinking of that one photograph of Vivian
Mayer.
I think Vivian
Mayer.
I thought I could channel a little bit of that into this photograph. It's fine. Photo, like this guy just clearly jaywalking. I could like do something cool. I keep looking over. A mess. Another self-portrait. This is I had someone like be kind of upset. Now the good ones. Alright, so I promised you we'd come back to Trash Street. Is there anything special? Not really, but I don't know. I like this one. I like this one because I like the distribution of the trash. I like the mattress in the middle of the road. I think your eye gets drawn to it pretty naturally. And then I like the car with its headlights on. There were people actually just stopping every now and then to pick up trash from the piles. Yeah, I don't know, it was cool. I like the photo a lot. So this is another self-portrait, sort of. I took this one also by the trash pile from the previous pictures. There was this piece of glass sticking out from one of the piles that caught the light in a cool way. But what I really like most about it is the texture on the trash bags themselves. I think that looks really interesting. I think it really helped that there was a lot of light. It was close by. It wasn't like super zoomed in. Had time to like really dial in the focus and stuff. And I just think it turned out pretty cool. Now this one, I was on the fence about it at first. It didn't turn out as cool as I would have liked. There was this big scene of like a ton of people loading and unloading from this van. And I really wanted to get like a cool picture up close there, but I was too scared to get in there and like take the time to frame it correctly, so I kind of just walked by and shot what I could, and I think it turned out pretty cool. I like how the photos split almost into like 4 quadrants. I like how the guy on the right is framed within the frame of the van. It definitely still has that like up close and personal feel that I wanted it to have. I just wish I'd gotten more of what was actually going on, because there were a ton of people and I only really got 2 of them. This one I like a lot because of the way that the people themselves are standing. I like how the two guys on the left are kind of leaning one way, and then the city workers on the right are leaning another way. I like following like their lines of sight towards the person laying on the ground. I think that, especially the guy all the way on the right who's like almost about to be out of frame, seeing him looking over at the person on the ground. I like this one. I like how it looks. Feels weird. And then finally, this one. I think this is my favorite of the bunch. This musician, he was so photogenic. His pose was so good. The one thing I think I can improve is I think it's still a little soft. I didn't dial in the focus quite right. My shutter speed was a little slow. But the way you can follow the wire down from the bass to the amp to the bike, I think it works really well. I think it really just helps that he looks super cool. His pose is so good. I am proud of this one. I'm proud of this one because it was very dark in there. It doesn't really come across, but it was pretty dark. I had to manually adjust some settings and purposely overexpose and things like that to make sure that I got the shot that I wanted, and I got it. I got the shot that I wanted. I think that's probably the best feeling out of all this so far. Man, what's even the point of having this camera if I'm not going to pose with it? That's half of what it's for. So what did I learn from all this? What is my lesson to take away? First of all, it's just really fun. It's really fun. I was so excited to get my scans back. As for like actual skills, shutter speed is so important, especially if I'm going to be walking around or taking pictures of things moving around. Either I gotta slow down or I gotta speed up my shutter speed because so many of my pictures were just like slightly blurry or off or wrong because of that. I also gotta expose better. I gotta expose for the shadows more. So many of my pictures were just, all the shadow detail is lost because I was using the built-in light meter pointing at like the sky, which if you didn't know is pretty bright. I learned this is fun. It's fun to be creative. It's really fun. I had such a good time doing this. Even this, it inspired me to make this video. Just getting a camera from Facebook Marketplace. Anyways, thanks for watching. Peace.